All right, let's solve a mystery that millions of us face every single month. The case of the disappearing paycheck. You know the one. Why is the salary you were promised so different from the money you actually get to spend? Let's break it down. I mean, think about it. You get that raise, you get excited, you start doing the math in your head, but then a few months go by and you're staring at your bank account thinking, wait, where did it all go? If that sounds familiar, you are definitely in the right place.
Okay, let's start with a big, beautiful number, the one on your offer letter. For our example, let's say it's a nice round $5,000 a month. That feels pretty good, right? That's the number we anchor to, the one we use to plan our lives around.
But then, reality check. Payday hits, you eagerly open your banking app, and you see this, a much smaller number. The gap is honestly so big it almost feels like a mistake. So what on earth happens between the 5,000 you earned and the 3,250 you actually got? That gap is exactly what we're going to explore.
You see, this whole feeling, this disconnect, it actually has a name, and it's the core idea for this entire explainer. We're calling it the lump sum illusion, and it's the absolute key to understanding why you never really feel the full weight of your salary.
So the lump sum is that big, shiny salary number we just talked about. Our brains just latch onto it and think, that's my money. But here's the illusion. We never actually have it. We never control it as one single amount. It's a really powerful idea, but you know what? It's also a totally misleading one. And what this does is it creates this weird psychological split. On one side, you've got the illusion, that big number you use for huge life decisions, like, can I afford a mortgage on this salary? But on the other side, you have the reality, that much smaller number that actually dictates how you feel day to day. You know, what's left for groceries, for gas, for going out. We're basically living in two completely different financial worlds at the exact same time.
So if we don't control that full amount, where in the world is it going? This is where we put on our detective hats. We are about to unmask the invisible channels that are siphoning off your money before you even get a chance to touch it.
Here's the best way to picture what's happening. I want you to stop thinking of your paycheck as one single stream of money. Instead, picture it like a big, powerful river. And as that river is flowing towards you, it's constantly being diverted by these other, smaller channels that you don't even see.
Okay, let's start at the source of that river. 100% of your gross pay. This is the whole pie. The full $5,000 we talked about. It's pristine, it's untouched, but not for long. And boom, before you even lay eyes on it, the first and usually the biggest channel diverts its share. Taxes. Federal, state, local. Poof, a huge chunk is gone before it ever even had a chance to be yours. And just like that, we're already down to 75%. Next up, another pre-tax deduction, your healthcare premiums. Now, this is a super important expense, of course, but it's another one of those automatic diversions. The river of money flowing your way just got a little bit smaller. And we can't forget about retirement savings, like a 401k. Now, this is literally you paying your future self, which is fantastic, but in the present moment, it just adds to this feeling of a shrinking paycheck. And there you have it. 35% of your lump sum has been completely rerouted before you've made a single conscious spending decision. It's kind of crazy when you see it like this. So let's map out this whole journey, step by step. It starts with you earning your gross pay. Then, those invisible channels we just talked about, taxes, healthcare, retirement, they divert their funds. What's left, your net pay, finally lands in your account. But wait, the diversions aren't over. Things like auto payments for your rent or your car loan leave immediately. It's only at the very end, at step 5, that you finally get to interact with what's left over. Now, this whole mechanical process has a really profound psychological impact. It explains exactly why so many of us can feel, paycheck broke, even when we're making a good salary. It's all about what your brain chooses to focus on. This quote just says it all, doesn't it? We don't feel the wealth we never hold. Think about it. That 35% that just vanished, it was never in your hands. You never held it. You never had to consciously choose to give it away. So it's psychologically really hard to feel the benefit of wealth you never actually possessed. So here's the real impact. Your day-to-day financial life is all about managing that small leftover amount, not the big whole number. Your brain just naturally anchors to that smaller number, and that creates this constant nagging feeling of scarcity. And because the system is paying your biggest bills for you automatically, you can end up feeling less in control,
less like you're the one actually managing your own money.
So, what's the point of all this? What are we supposed to do with this information? Well, the goal here is to just offer a new perspective. This isn't about giving you specific financial advice, but it's about a fundamental shift in how you see your money.
The most powerful step you can take is simply to see and understand this whole system, to make the invisible visible. When you do that, you can stop blaming yourself for feeling broke on a good salary. You can start to see your wealth not just as the cash in your checking account, but as this entire system that's working for you, paying your taxes, funding your health, and investing in your future.
So I'll leave you with this question to think about. Now that you can actually see all these different channels, what does your wealth really look like? I mean, think about the entire river, not just the little stream that ends up in your bank account. The answer, I think, might just change how you feel about your money for good.